My family. Where do I even begin? There's so much history, there's so much storytelling, and there's no other family like ours. Coming from a military background and family, they instilled so much passion and love into me that moving to Hawaii made me the better man and the better father that I could be for my family. Has things escalated in price and has things become more expensive? Of course, just like anything in the world, that the high cost of living is getting outrageous, that it's really scary for me too that I cannot provide for my family. But I know how hard I worked over my lifetime, and that I instilled my knowledge and my morals into my kids, that I know that they will be better off in life. Do I regret staying in Hawaii? Absolutely not. I love Hawaii so much because it gives such a rich culture background. It gives meaning to what I do every day. I wake up with a purpose. I see and smile when I go outside. The weather is amazing. Has family morals changed over the years? Absolutely not. The things that I instilled into my family is the same thing that my parents told me, which is love, kindness, peace, and harmony. And without those things, I don't think I'd be the grandfather that I would be today for my family.
Well, I've lived in Hawaii for as long as I can remember. This island has always been my home. I grew up surfing at Buena Point up on North Shore and spearing at Electric Beach. But I've always had a deep love for this island, and it has always provided. The ocean is constantly providing, and the mystery is enticing. I was not born here, but this is my home. Oh, I work at the Alani Resort, Disney Resort. I've been there for about 10 years now. This is how I have found to provide support to my family in this constantly growing expensive economy. The most surprising thing I've heard from a customer? Well, I'll never forget this one lovely couple. They were in their young 20s, and I was greeting them while setting up their room. Engaging in small talk, I asked them about their trip and if they had ever been to Hawaii before. They told me that they were very excited, and this was their first time on the island. The resort being covered in beautiful artwork symbolizing Hawaiian history, I asked them what they knew about Hawaiian culture. To my surprise, they told me that they didn't know much of anything about the Hawaiians, except for that there used to be kings and queens and that Obama was born here. They went on to tell me that they were never educated in school on Hawaiian history, and all they knew is that Hawaii was where you go on vacation if you're rich enough. The answer left me speechless. So you mean to tell me that on the mainland, they never taught you about Hawaiian culture? No, they said, not at all. This made me wonder how many other tourists come to our island not knowing any of its history, only thinking that this is where you come for vacation. It really solidified in my mind how we are seen as America's playground to many Americans. I was not offended, and I had no ill will towards the customers. It wasn't their fault that their mainland education failed them, but I was very shocked. So I told them, while you're here, you should check out the Bishop Museum. It's a wonderful way to get a new perspective on Polynesian culture. We are lucky enough to have organizations like the Bishop Museum where people are able to come and get completely immersed in Hawaiian history and be able to share that education with their friends and families. Hmm. Tourists don't really trouble me. Tourism is the main income for Hawaii, and I don't usually have problems with them. They're on vacation, having a good time, not buying property, and then they're going to go home after hopefully a beautiful, life changing trip. It's a lack of respect some of them have that troubles me. Lack of respect for the ocean, the island, and the culture. I see many mainlanders leaving trash on the beach, not caring about pollution. I watch them touch the sea turtles, even though they are wild and should be left alone. But what really troubles me is watching my island become less and less local and more tourist central. If tourism continues to be our main source of income, then what'll stop the island from being overrun by it? Another thing I wouldn't really call it a trouble, but more of a bother, is the fact that I live in Wahiawa and that I have to drive an hour in traffic to go to the Alani Resort, and it's only 30 minutes away. But because of traffic, so much of my time is wasted sitting in my car. I don't blame the tourists. Some are blatant assholes, but that's just the luck of the draw in humanity. But the majority of them have good intentions. They're on vacation. Probably it's the happiest they've been all year. They have no idea that tourism is changing our island. They don't even know our culture. All they know is Hawaii is beautiful and that's where you go on vacation. And to me, this seems to be an American government/societal issue, which they have laid on us for the sake of money.
How's it? I'm the older brother. I like to surf and help out on our family farm a lot. I swim and play soccer too. My sister's getting pretty fast, but I still got him. And I'm a senior this year too. Yeah, so Grandpa came here to fish. My siblings and I are all from here. Um, my older sibling moved to the mainland though, Las Vegas, to work for real estate. I could never. Yeah, I love this island. I know my sister wants to see the mainland, but I'm okay here. Um, it is a little different though. North Shore is my favorite spot, but it's so crowded every day now. Cannot even surf without someone dropping in and cutting you off. Um, I also see so many military kids around school, with no real knowledge of the island's history, and I guess some of them can be asses about my sister too. They shrug it off and has a level head, but I hear everything and sometimes get a little mad. But yeah, I love it here, but definitely it's changing. Yeah, so I work as a bag boy in Tamura's ever since Grandma started getting sick. It's nice though. Discount on food for all of us, and I like my coworkers too. Yeah, I also think I want to stay to work on our farm after school. Grandpa, he really taught us the value of family, and I've seen how hard he's worked his whole life, really. He said when he first started, like half the island or something like that still grew their own food and lived off the land. And I don't want his work to be taken by the government for more hotels and stuff.
So hi, I'm the youngest of the family, definitely the cutest. I'm in 10th grade. I'm in swimming and soccer, just like my older sibling. They're in varsity, but I'm just JV. And I'm also in FFA. Oh yeah, I like to go to the beach, hang out with my family, and I also like to work on the family farm too. So my grandma, grandpa, and my mom came here when she was like a baby. I was born here, and so are my siblings. But my oldest one isn't here anymore. Like they moved to the mainland. But the other one's still here. They're a senior. We're on the same teams. My oldest one works at some real estate company in Vegas. they like it over there, but I think they want to come back. Oh, yeah, no. He was born here too. Sorry. My dad was born here too. Yeah, I love it here. But I do want to go to the mainland and stuff and just see what it's like over there. My best friend's from Texas, and they're always talking about like food and stuff and like the rodeo, and they're always talking about different places that they had to live. So yeah, I just like to see somewhere different, but I probably still want to live here, especially because my family's farm. I don't think I could leave it behind, and my family wouldn't want me to either. Yes, I am very proud. My grandpa's always telling us how important the farm is to us and how our culture should be like kept alive. Um, yeah, and also I'm learning a lot of stuff in FFA that I taught my family that makes their work easier. So it's really cool, and everyone knows that the farm is ours and they know our family. No, it's not weird. Just that people know who we are and they know my family and they're so nice to them. But some of those people don't like me, I think, just because of who I am. It's kind of obvious because they never like talk to me, but they talk to my siblings and stuff. I don't really care. But yeah. And my mom never treated me any different. But sometimes my dad gets kind of weird when I talk about like boys and stuff. But it kind of sucks like not being able to hang out with some of my old friends just because their parents are all like stuck. But they don't know we hang out in the hallways or like at the beach. So I guess it's fine.
Oh yeah, my family's from here. My dad's family was here before the overthrow. Yeah. One of my kids is transgender, whatever the right way to say that is. I've had to learn some new pronouns and sometimes I mess up and it makes me feel bad. And I love them. It's just hard to remember to stop using the old pronouns. I get in so many fights now with people who used to say they were my friends. And I try to tell them that the Hawaiian language has this word, it's mahu. It gets used the wrong way by dumb kids now, but it's supposed to mean something good and normal. And there are many other places in the world that have a special word like this too. And she was just born seeming to be a boy, but her energy was a girl's. If I cannot protect her from my own community, how will I keep all the stupid people in the world to make her doubt herself or worse? Themselves. See, I keep doing it. So a lot changed. People and land. Our people used to be more accepting and we used to grow all of our own food. Even when I was born in the 60s, Hawaiian farmers still produced half the food the island ate. Now it's less than 15%. And if there were any kind of disaster, we'd all be in big trouble. Everywhere the land is taken by the military and conserved, unused farmland. Nobody's growing anything on it. Well, my family worries about some asshole coming along and try to trick us into selling our land for another monster house near the coast. My father-in-law understands the importance of the land. He always fished just enough to keep the family fed, but not to get too far ahead of everybody else. And that hit us all hard when my mother-in-law got sick, though. Now everybody's poor or rich. Doesn't seem to be much in between. I worry we lost our chance to buy a house after trying to keep her alive, and that now we won't have anything to pass on to our kids. And I wish we could just help our parents take a break, and not just die working. I get tired and angry, but my kids won't have it. They make me volunteer to clean up the fish pond, and they yell at me when I say things I used to be okay to say, but now I can't. And, I'm tired. College is going to be expensive too. I don't know how we're going to pay for everything with our small family taro farm. I feel stuck between my parents and my kids and just trying to tread water. Yeah, so our families, some came here, some have lived here forever. We all love Hawaii. It's got problems. It's not paradise for everybody, but it's our home and our families are here. And we want tourists to come and visit us and then go back home.